JV skill.
For the JV skill, we're going to be doing some rope manipulation skills. Now, these are something that I get a lot of requests for. People don't really do them a lot, so I'm going to kind of break down the basics of it here for the JV. Now, the first part in doing this is you want to hold the middle of the rope, and for me, I'm going to be using a beaded rope here because it shows up a little bit better. You can do it with almost any type of rope. The only caveat to this is that if you're going to do this, you don't really want to use a rope that has really heavy handles, like a weighted handle rope or maybe like a wooden handle rope, because those things will spin around real fast, and you can end up having some pretty bad mess-ups, or if the thing hits you in the head, it's pretty nasty. So you want to use a rope that has handles that kind of match the weight of the rest of the rope. So this one is just kind of basic handles, beaded rope. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off spinning the rope in a forward motion. Now, spinning the rope here, I'm going to start off just spinning them at the same time, kind of like I was jumping single rope, except I'm not jumping. And you want to kind of hold the rope so that the handles are not touching the ground, because if they're whipping the ground like this, they're going to end up kind of messing up a little bit, and you don't want that. So you want to start off just holding it in the middle, working them at the same time. Once you can do that, you want to move up to going one then the other. So you're going at kind of a different motion and then back to the same time, and just work on going from here. You can go fast, you can go slow, and just kind of working on one then the other. Now if I turn sideways, same thing, just turning here, same time, switching up different speeds, different one than the other, and going. So you just want to work on doing those just here. Now once you've got that down, you can start doing a cross. Now doing crossing with this, it's a little bit different than, say, a single rope cross, because normally in single rope you would cross both arms at the same time and then out. Now if I was here and I went at the same time, I can do that, but when I'm coming out, you'll notice that the ropes will slap together, and it's because of the motion of these handles going from side to side. They're going to end up swinging a little bit towards each other at the end. So usually when you're crossing with this, you don't want to do that. Plus, this other type of cross that I'm going to show you is a little bit, I think, better looking than going at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cross one arm, then the other. And this is, if you'll think about it, it's kind of like doing a side swing crisscross. I'm going to go cross, other arm on top, then I'm going to bring the arm out, then this arm out. So from here, I would go right arm, and then out. It's 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can do that a bunch of times with my right arm leading. Once I can do that, you want to switch up to the other arm leading, which would be my left arm. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and out here. So I get that down pretty good. So you just want to kind of work on, back and forth between these, going on them. Now, once you can do them separately like that, you want to combine them. Now, when you're doing this, it's kind of like doing 2 side swing crisscrosses in a row. I'm going to go cross with my right arm, left arm on top. When my right arm comes out, I'm going to leave my left arm here, bring my right arm over top, cross here, bring this one out, and then bring it back over. So the hand that's on top is going to stay there as the other hand comes over, and then when it's on bottom, it's going to swing out and then come out. So what that would look like when I'm doing it, I'll be swinging here. I'm going to go right arm, leave my left arm there, leave my right arm there, and kind of just working on here. So you'll be doing 2 swings on one side, and then you'll switch over to the other side. And you kind of just work on going back and forth with this. And it takes a lot of skill. It's something you're not going to pick up probably the first time. Some people do. Most people, it takes a little bit of time to get this where you're not hitting yourself. And you're going to whack yourself a lot in the legs, in your shins, sometimes in the back of the head. So just work on doing it. Maybe wear some shin guards or some pants or something so you don't end up hurting yourself. And I'll show you the cross from the side here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to start off just crossing this way. And you'll notice that the motion I'm doing here is not at the same time I'm doing them one then the other. And then I'll be doing the cross, swinging. And you want to just get this so it's nice and comfortable. And once you've got that down, you've got the basics of doing those, you're ready to move on to a little bit more difficult skills with the rope manipulations.
Varsity skill.
For the varsity skill, we're going to be doing a front-back motion with this rope manipulation where I'm holding the middle of the rope. I've had a lot of requests on how to do this. And this one is going to seem kind of simple, but